Hey everyone, it's Monday and it's the first Monday of the month, so you know what that means. It's Mighteor Monday. And today we're going to be doing something that's kind of fun. We're going to be doing some of the Mighteorites around the office top picks for holiday gifts for your friends and family and colleagues who also love video. And these gifts are good for all ages and all types of people, and they're all price ranges. We tried to pick some things that were really cheap and some things that were maybe a little bit more expensive. So stick with us for that. First, I want to give a quick update on how things are going at Mighteor. So it's December, which means that it should be a pretty slow time in video production land, but actually we're working on some really cool projects and we're really excited. The first thing we're really excited to talk about is our new senior animator. Her name is Haley. She's working in our Minneapolis office. She is ridiculously talented, and we're going to be posting a blog post today on Mighteor.com to get an opportunity for all of you to meet her and get to know her better. And so if you're looking for animation work in 2017, please do come to us because our team is growing in that capacity, and the skills of this particular team of Michael and Haley are just incredible. You won't believe it. So please do reach out about future animation work. But also other really cool things that are going on. We have been seeing just so many cool videos, and one of the ones is the one that's behind me right here, and we'll have Ryan post it in the comments. It's the new Wes Anderson H&M Christmas video, and to me it's an ad. At the end of the day, it's an ad, but to me it's kind of the perfect thing to spend a minute watching, to just see and get to know just how wonderful it can be to actually tell a story versus just focus on your product. And so it's a few minutes, it takes some time, it tells a story about people on a train ride. It's very Wes Anderson, but it's just a tremendous amount of fun because people are able to sort of have a Christmas experience with you as a brand instead of just focusing on your new sweater collection. And so to me, it's a really earnest way to think about your brand campaign for the holiday season. And I predict a lot of other brands will be doing this. I don't think that it's going to be that long until everybody is hiring filmmakers or creators to really tell stories, as opposed to just sort of doing the run-of-the-mill, ad campaign. So very cool video. Watch it. There's so many fun moments. It's so very Wes Anderson. It's like going to the movies and seeing a great Wes Anderson film, but in 3 minutes on your mobile device. So a lot of fun. Okay, so now on to the thing that we all really, really care about, which is the holiday gift picks from the Mighteorites. And so I want to start with some like the least expensive things, and then we'll go to maybe the more expensive things. So least expensive thing is a new Mighteor pin. So if you're in Minneapolis or you're in Denver and you want to get your hands on one of these, we just got them. They're dated with 2016, so they're special edition. They're great lapels, and we're just we've sent a lot to a lot of our clients, but if you haven't gotten one yet, email us or leave us a comment and we'll get you one because I think they're pretty great. All right, next thing. These are some magnets that are produced by a company called Sticky 9. So it's just sticky9.com, and what they are is they are Instagram pictures that get turned into magnets. So they're these cute little strips, and they come in sections of, I think, 9, which is why they're called Sticky 9. And they come in sections of 9, and you just plug it into your Instagram feed, and you can produce these great magnets. This one is of Dublin from a trip I took a few years ago, and this is of my grandma, and she was in high school. And I just love these, and I love giving them as gifts. People are always so excited to see their Instagram pictures turn into magnets. I literally have hundreds of these, and I've literally given hundreds of these away, and every single person loves them, and they're less than 10 bucks, so they're a pretty great gift. Our second great gift for iPhone photographer or videographer budding talents is actually a lapel mic for using with your smartphone. So this one's made by Movo, and I think but there's all kinds of them. There's some on Amazon and everywhere else. And the way that they work is actually pretty slick. So they have this aux cord that you just plug into the headphone jack. And they have just it's literally just a traditional lapel mic. So it's got the lapel clip here. It's got the little microphone buffer on top, and it's 11 bucks. I mean, they're really 11 to 20 depending on how expensive you want to go, but they're one of the most efficient little gifts that you can give, and we use them for our Facebook Live. I'm wearing one right now, so that you can just hear me better. Onboard camera audio is never good in any situation, and so we'd never rely on it in the field. We certainly don't want to rely on it on our smartphones. So the Movo I can highly recommend, but just go on Amazon, search iPhone or smartphone lapel microphone, and you'll find some good options. All right, the next thing we want to recommend is actually, this is a random prop, but if you live in California, or I believe the next state it's going to is New York, there is this awesome national exhibit going across the country called The Science Behind Pixar. And I went to this when I was in Los Angeles last month. It's $20 and the tickets are constantly selling out everywhere you go. But this exhibit is fantastic. It is giving you an inside look into all the art behind Pixar. There are so many cool demos and samples of how different layering techniques were executed, how different characters were created through models and through design. There's even like mini sets from Up. It's really, really incredible and immersive experience. And if you can't get to the Science Behind Pixar and you're in Colorado, I would recommend hitting up the Star Wars costume exhibit at the Science Museum, because that exhibit is really incredible. Get 2 tickets for you and a friend, go experience something together. My friends and I are all about buying each other experiences instead of things, and so that's a great exhibit, and it goes through April at the Denver Art Museum, so you should definitely check that one out. Okay, a next great little gift we want to point out is actually from a company that's also in Denver. They're called Artifact Uprising. And so they make a lot of really cool printed materials, also using your Instagram images. So these are some of the prints that you can get from them, and they're in this incredible photo stock. This is a really, really high-end paper. You get 25 for, I believe, $25. And it's a beautiful gift. People love getting the little brown box that they come in. They love the texture of them. People put them on your coffee table and people will pick them up and play with them. They're really wonderful. And again, people are just delighted to see their Instagram pictures come to life in a more physical form. So also a really excellent, excellent gift. So this one, it's a little bit funny, but if you know a photographer or a videographer, invariably they are constantly running out of storage. So one of the things that I would recommend getting them is a subscription to Google Drive for unlimited storage. It's like $120 a year, or getting them some actual physical storage. So getting them a Class 10 SD card. This is very important. If you're on Amazon or you're on Google or BestBuy.com or anywhere else that you might be shopping, look for a Class 10 professional SD card. They can be anywhere from $20 for about 16 gigs to $120 for 256 gigs. The most important part is that you get the high-end professional grade SD card. Don't go for like a Class 4 or a Class 2, because they won't be able to use it. It'll be a complete piece of garbage. What you need is the high-end one. But this is a great gift. You're essentially giving someone permission to go capture some more stuff. I think it's very thoughtful. Okay, how about a gift that's a blast from the past? So go on eBay, go on Etsy, and search vintage cameras. If you are at all into visual imagery, you are probably somewhat like me, and you have a collection of old vintage cameras, everything from non-working brownies to really high-end vintage Leicas and anything in between. This is my personal Super 8 camera, and it is something that I picked up at a thrift shop like 5 years ago. It's one of my favorite finds that I've ever found. But if you go on to Amazon, or I'm sorry, not Amazon, on eBay or on Etsy, and you search vintage camera, I'm sure you will find some. So here's some others this is the Super 8. This one is a Kodak. This actually isn't a camera. This is, well, it's not a video camera, it's a photo camera. So it's a zoom camera that's got like this awesome it's really cool actually when you actually look at it, because it's a zoom camera that's 6 to 50. So 6 is like a pretty strange range. You wouldn't actually see that on most modern lenses. And it's totally up to you whether or not you want to find something that works or doesn't work. There's a charm to the ones that don't work, but it is kind of cool if you can find a working model. They will be more expensive, but they're also just great decoration. We've got them all over the office, and everybody loves them. Okay, how about a blast from the past camera that actually is operational? So this is the Instax Mini 8. We have had this for, God, over a year now around the office, and we just use it to take fun pictures in the office itself. So the Instax Mini 8 has these film cartridges that you just plug in the back, and they literally produce these old school Polaroids. So this model I think was about 80 bucks, and it's cool because it has all these settings on the top that really represent kind of what we're used to seeing on Instagram, for example. So you've got a high key model, you've got an indoor model, all of that, and you can adjust for different types of exposure and different types of color. And as you can see, they're just adorable pictures. People love getting these, and it's so easy to use, it's so fun. You just take a picture and you're on your way. It also makes like a really funny noise, which I appreciate. Like there's a lot of goofiness to this whole device, so go pick this up. Okay, how about some animation themed gifts? I like animation. I get excited about animation. So why don't I show you some books that we love around the office? So this is one of my favorite books. This is the Lovely Ladies of Animation book. And so this is a book that was done by Design Studio Press, and they actually kickstarted this book, which I think is really great. And it features 6 women who work in different animation studios across the country. And it features, you know, their original artwork, some of the things that they actually, you know, did as maybe initial color tests for different films that you may have seen, different explorations of their art experiences. And it's just, honestly, it's beautiful. And it, especially if you know a young woman who's thinking about animation, or you just know a young girl who wants to get into film or media and they feel like they don't see a lot of things for them, this book, I'm telling you, it's so beautiful, it's so great. People pick it up all the time and just spend hours with it. I love this book. It's a great one, and it's on Amazon, so you really can't go wrong. Okay, another animation book, and another one that celebrates a woman in animation. This is called The Art and Flair of Mary Blair. And I love this book because Mary Blair was, you know, just a pioneer at Disney. She was one of the first animator artists at Disney. And she's really well known for her textures, but also for a lot of her Alice in Wonderland work. And her storyboards, I mean, they will blow you away. I just have to put it in front of my face because it's just, it delights me so much that this book exists. I look at this, I pick up this book for inspiration all the time. I can't even believe, I mean, you look at some of this stuff, look at this. Look at this Peter Pan art. It's just, it's beyond comprehension that anything could be that excellent and that whimsical. And I literally have moments where I want to like rip the pages out of this book and just frame things because I just think it's so great. So The Art and Flair of Mary Blair, again, if you know a young woman who wants to get into film production or wants to get into media or animation and she doesn't see a lot of things for her, this is a book that will just absolutely change her life. So, all right, how about yet another book? But this book is actually a personalized book. So I talked a little bit about Artifact Uprising here in Denver already. But they also do something called these cloth back books, and this is actually one of my cloth back books that I made with them, and it's from my trip to Italy a few years ago. Here's some of my Instagram pictures of the Wes Anderson Cafe. So this is a more expensive gift to make. It's going to cost you probably $100 to make it, but what you do is you simply take your Instagram pictures and you upload it into the Artifact Uprising portal, and you can actually make this really high quality picture book. And you can, I don't know if you can see this, but you can actually see just how thick this paper stock is. It's extremely thick. This is not paper. This is like really high quality production, quality cardstock here. And so it's just beautiful. I mean, the colors are beautiful. The texture is beautiful. Literally every single person that comes to my house picks it up. This is a wide shot, so this is the center of the book. So So in the center of the book, you can see, you know, just the actual depth of this is an Instagram picture. I mean, just like try to wrap your brain around the fact that this was on Instagram and now it's in this beautiful pink book, and people come to my house and they pick this up and they just absolutely adore it. And you know, I can't really imagine doing it. This is the last picture in Italy, and it's also another horizontal and long horizontal portrait or landscape image, and people love it. They want it. They want to have it for themselves. And the nice thing about it is you can pick the color of the book, you can pick, you know, the text and the font and what kind of embossing you want to do. You can also do a little side stamp. So this one says 2015 for that year. And I can't even tell you how many times people see this on my coffee table at home and pick it up and say to me, these are Instagram pictures. I mean, it absolutely blows their mind. So I don't think you can go wrong with this particular gift. So Artifact Uprising, go check them out. Okay, another cool sort of company that you can check out is this Brooklyn-based company called Grado Labs. And so Grado Labs makes some of my favorite headphones. They are a cute little shop that's owned by a father-son duo, and they make a bunch of different headphones that range from $100 to $600, depending on how much you want to spend. This is the Prestige series, so these ones are probably about $130, but they're super high quality. They're actually made in the United States. You can see on the top they have this leather binding that is just really high quality craftsmanship, and so they stand out. And they have this kind of cool vintage look to them. They're actually in Chase's film. I don't know how many of you actually seen Chase's film Lingo, but when I saw it at the Denver Film Festival on the big screen, it was the first time that I noticed that one of the characters was wearing these headphones in a shot, because they have a vintage appeal to them. They definitely don't look like they're of this time. So they have both that aesthetic quality that I think a lot of people will really appreciate, and they also have the physical quality. Oh, great. Should we answer the phone together? I'll ignore it. Okay, so Grado Labs, check them out. These are the Prestige series, but all their headphones are great. So definitely worth checking out. All right, this is like the most practical gift on the planet, and it's pretty affordable, but there's a lot of different companies that make these. So these are camera bag inserts. So if you're anything like me, you have so much gear, you have no idea what to do with it all. And it can be really irritating to have to carry around a lot of different gear bags. So we have a lot of these around the office, and I have a lot of these at home. This one is made by Coolertron, but there's a lot of other companies. Trek Pack is a company that makes these. I know Lowell Bags makes these. What they are is they're just adaptable inserts. So as you can see, you can like change the size of this bag. So now this is like great for a camera, if you want to put your camera in any bag, any backpack, any purse. And then if you put these inserts back in, now it's maybe great for 2 lenses. So these can range anywhere from $20 for really cheap ones on B&H or Adorama or even Amazon, or hundreds of dollars for really high-end ones. But they're a great gift because they actually allow photographers and videographers to turn any bag into a camera bag. And I know that that's something that I really appreciate. I like being able to turn any purse that I own into an on-the-go camera bag. So check these out. Okay, I think this is the last thing, guys. Yes, it is. It is the last thing. So this is something that Chase is recommending to everyone. This is the Insta360. So if you're interested in diving into 360 video, this is a cool product to check out. It actually turns your smartphone into a 360 camera that you can record to. So you have, this slot right here where your smartphone goes. You've got the lenses up front here, which is interesting, and it kind of looks like a little face, which is sort of adorable. And then you have this component on the inside, which is the actual camera itself. So it's a fisheye lens that you can use, and you'll see right here, this one's set up for the iPhone, so it's got the lightning cable. And this is like 160, 170 bucks. You can get it on B&H, and it's just, it's a fun experiment. It's a fun way to get started with 360 video without throwing a ton of money into it. And I think it's probably going to be the future. 360 video and virtual reality is not going away anytime soon. So for 160 bucks, the person in your life who's the right fit for this can sort of indulge in all of their fantasies of different holiday endeavors, and maybe you can make some cool 360 videos over the holidays with your friends and family. So the Insta 360, check it out, B&H or Adorama, you can get this. So that's sort of our crazy holiday wish list, gift list for people in your life who love photo and video and you're not sure what to get them. There's also some things that you can go get them that are just digital purchases only. So I'm gonna give you a really quick rundown of things that we really like. So one of them is called anesweets.com. So A as in Apple, E as in effects, sweets.com. And they just sell a bunch of different types of After Effects plugins and tools to be able to get started with building custom animation. So if you know somebody who's really excited about getting started with animation, aesweets.com is a great place to start. We actually use one of their plugins for transitions, because you can just save all types of transitions in there. It's a great way to get started with After Effects, and it's very approachable, and they just create a lot of cool stuff that's really easy to get started with. The other sort of digital subscription that I would put out there for you is to think about buying your budding photographer or videographer some stock imagery for a month. So go on Shutterstock, go on Getty, go on Pond5, and get them a gift card for some actual stock imagery. Because if you're making some films or if you're making some videos for the first time, chances are you don't have access to every single type of equipment, and so you might want to actually be able to give them the ability to get that great aerial shot or get some of the wide shots that they want for their film project. So, Getty, Shutterstock, Pond5, lots of really, really cool places to get that kind of thing. And the same thing exists for music. So if you really want to go the extra mile, there's so many different sites that offer music licensing and custom music licensing. So we love premiumbeat.com, we love the Music Bed. So those are places where you can go buy someone some licenses or help them out with their next project by getting them a digital download to something that they might need. So those are some things that you can try. We'd love to hear what you're buying, the photo and video lovers in your life this holiday season. So leave us a comment, let us know what you're working on. And of course, come back in a month, in January, for the next Mighteor Monday. We'll see you then, and we'll be talking about something else really fun. Thanks for spending a little bit of your Monday morning with us, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.